Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing? This is Raphael Feliciano, and we are at another tasting for Restaurant Week. This time we're starting with an awesome Italian restaurant that's been here for now 6 years and growing. We're going to be meeting with chef and owner, Miss Paola of Trattoria Abruzzo, and we're going to be talking about their Restaurant Week menu. We're going to be talking about their great dishes. Guys, if you guys are just tuning in and if you haven't been following our page, Restaurant Week, May 31st to June 13th. It's the best restaurants in all of Southwest Florida. We have restaurants from Marco Island, like we were yesterday. We were at the Oyster Society, Marco Prime, Da Vinci's Ristorante, all to the restaurants we're going to see later today in Naples, Fort Myers, Bonita, Estero, Cape Coral. These are the best restaurants. Restaurant Week, the whole premise, we're very fortunate because most of the times at Restaurant Weeks in the United States, it's really to draw business to the restaurants during a slow time. It's to give the community and the locals a place to eat, a place to go, to try new foods. And we're very lucky that we do this here in Southwest Florida twice a year. We call this our spring edition. And something new that we started for those that have been following us, that have been dining with us during Restaurant Week, we started a FGCU, Sizzle Southwest Florida Food and Beverage Scholarship. The scholarship is where $1 from each meal sold is going to support a high school graduate in Southwest Florida that is going to enroll or is looking to be part of the resort and hospitality program at FGCU. And the reason that we do that is it's very simple. We work with so many restaurants. We deal with so many restaurants throughout the whole year, and they always ask us, we need help. We need back of house help. We need front of house help. We need cooks. We need chefs. We need caterers. And this is our way of giving back to the community, using the event as much as it's grown and it's expanded now into 4 cities. How can we make the most out of that? Because if you're not giving, what are you doing for the community? We want to try to be as a community event as possible. So like I said, Restaurant Week, May 31st to June 13th, $1 from every single meal is going to support our FGCU Sizzle Southwest Florida Food and Beverage Scholarship. And today, holding the camera, he's been holding the camera the last 2 days for us, we have Anthony. Anthony, he's a student at FGCU.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit, if you're not a resort and hospitality major,
Nope.
If you were interested, how is a scholarship like this beneficial to a student?
Well, I definitely can't relate to any hospitality majors, but I can know from experience and having scholarships that they help a lot. College is expensive.
Did you have a scholarship when you came?
I definitely did, yes, for sure. And it helped a lot with, kind of transitioning year to year, helping my finances, buffer those, good stuff so I can make sure I can get through with unscathed.
So every time you dine during Restaurant Week, it's the same thing. You're helping a student like Anthony. He's holding the camera today. He's eating with us. He's been eating with us for the last couple of days. But you're helping a student that is going to go through the program, that's going to benefit from this scholarship. We use the hashtag Dine with Purpose because when this is the one time that you're dining out for 14 days of Restaurant Week, but you're dining with purpose. Every meal is purposeful. So we want to thank Anthony for coming out. Thank him for holding the camera. He's going to be with us for 2 more restaurants later on, and we're going to go sit down with Miss Paola, and we're going to start eating some food.
For sure, let's go.
Cool, let's go.
All right.
Right here, we're going to the outside of her beautiful restaurant. There's Miss Paola. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Thank you so much for doing this. I'm going to get comfortable. It's a little hot out, but Greg Norman, I'm going to shout out one of our sponsors. Restaurant Week is presented by Mercedes-Benz of Bonita Springs, and our official Collier Restaurant Week is Greg Norman. So it was a little rainy today, so I put the jacket on. Now it's getting a little hot, so next location probably going to take it off. But Restaurant Week, May 31st to June 13th. Here we are. So tell us who you are. Tell us about yourself, and for those that don't know about this restaurant, just tell us what we need to know.
Well, I'm Paola Leccetti. I moved here from Italy about 6 years ago.
So you're a real Italian.
I'm real Italian, born and raised. I've been living in the States on and off since I was 8, but I moved back here with my children 6 years ago to open Trattoria Abruzzo.
And you definitely say it better than I do. So how do you
Trattoria
officially say it?
Trattoria Abruzzo.
Okay. Well, all right, there it is. You say better than I do.
Yes, I do. I hope
All right,
so.
so you've been here 6 years.
So I've been here 6
And
years.
if someone doesn't know, what would they expect if they came to this restaurant?
Well, I think we're very well known for our pasta, our homemade pasta. So, I mean, everything is great, it's delicious, everything is made by the order, but for sure, we have the best pasta in Naples.
You
It's
have
all
the best pasta in
homemade.
Naples.
The only pasta that we actually will be starting to have that is not homemade is the gluten-free pasta that we're going to be starting to have in June, which is something
awesome.
new. But everything else is made by hand every day, fresh.
What made you transition into incorporating gluten-free into your menu?
The high requests for pasta. A lot of people are gluten-free. A lot of people come here that enjoy eating veal, chicken, fish, and sometimes they want pasta, but they can't have our homemade pasta. So I'm trying to accommodate that for them. That's why I added.
Do you see any requests for vegan, vegetarian?
Not as much, but we can actually. What we do is we cook by the order. So any requests a customer may have, we are always able to provide. So
Yeah.
if they want to eat vegan, that's not a problem for us.
And speaking of pasta, I mean, these are some examples of some of the pasta dishes that we're gonna have.
We actually have just one, two.
Well, two pasta dishes.
Right.
Well, before we even start digging into the food, and Anthony's going to keep showing the food, but this is your first time doing Restaurant Week with us.
Yes.
And, we're very fortunate to have you finally on board. What are you excited about this Restaurant Week?
I'm excited to introduce our restaurant to new people that haven't found us yet. And I'm excited to share the genuine cuisine we have with them.
But tell the truth, you're excited to dine during Restaurant Week, too.
I am, actually, yes. As we were talking about earlier, I'm excited to try new restaurants myself. So,
Do you want to
wait.
name any of them, or we're just going to talk about you? Let's just talk about your restaurant. Don't talk about the other restaurants. Are you going to go to another Italian restaurant?
I've been to most of them, I think,
Okay.
that are part of Restaurant Week. Well, the ones in Naples and Marco Island. Haven't done any in Bonita, but when I do go out to eat, I actually rather have like sushi or steak, something that I don't have here or cook at home.
Awesome. Well, guys, if you guys are just tuning in, we're here for Restaurant Week. We have a great sample tasting in front of us right now. Restaurant Week is May 31st to June 13th. $1 from every Restaurant Week meal sold is benefiting our FGCU Sizzle SWFL Florida Food and Beverage Scholarship. And we're doing that because we want to help the restaurants. We want to help back of house, front of house. Do you see that you could use some help with servers? And is it starting to get harder this time of year?
You mean like if we're hiring?
Yeah,
or-
staffing and back of house.
Actually, we're not looking for anyone right now, but when the summer comes to an end is usually when we're looking for people. A lot of people right now are looking to work, and I speak for myself. As of right now, I'm not hiring, but
Yeah, of course.
it slows down a little bit in the summertime.
Okay. Well, the food is the star. I mean, your restaurant is great, and this is awesome, but the food is the star. This is what everyone wants to talk about. So if we came to this restaurant and we did Restaurant Week, where would we begin?
Okay. So what we have here is our lasagnette. Now, this dish has been a special appetizer since the day Trattoria Abruzzo opened. They're basically homemade lasagna sheets. They're cooked and then they're pan-seared until crispy. They come layered with grilled eggplant, mozzarella, fresh tomato sauce, and baked, topped with a drizzle of homemade pesto.
Everything's homemade. You said that earlier, right?
Everything is homemade. And all the orders are made by the order. So every dish is made by the order.
And this is the size of every single
Yes.
meal.
Yes.
All the food's going to be this size.
Yep.
You're shorting up for Restaurant
No,
Week.
absolutely not. Maybe bigger, who knows? But no, the lasagnette is for sure that size.
Awesome. Take another look at that. That beautiful dish. Say it one more time. What's in that?
That's lasagna sheets, grilled eggplant, mozzarella, fresh tomato sauce, and a touch of pesto. And actually, that works very well for any vegetarian because it has no meat in it.
Ah, there you go. So this is your appetizer. Do you
Yes.
have anything for? What if you were a vegetarian? You came in for Restaurant Week. What do you do for the entrees? Do they have anything?
Well, honestly, I didn't think about it, but I can definitely substitute any of the three. We have another specialty here is our eggplant rollatini.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
vegetarian. That's served with gnocchi, which is potato pasta. They're dumplings, very delicious, very fluffy.
And you make that in house.
Yes, everything here is made in-house.
Okay. What would you say is the staple of your food? Is it like home cooking, kind of like how your mom used to
Well,
make?
let me put it this way. In Italy, obviously, there's many regions. We are right in the center, which is the heart of Italy, right east of Rome. on the Adriatic, and we're very well known for our cooking. In fact, our culinary school is one of the top schools in Italy. We're very known for, cooking northern dishes, southern dishes, and central Italian dishes. So we have a variety of things. We're very well known for seafood, or mushrooms or meats. So really, we have a variety, and it's all genuine homemade cooking. So these recipes come all from my mother, which were given to her by her mother, my grandmother, and so on. Imagine, I started making pasta with my grandmother when I was 8 years old. She'd have me do one cavatelli at a time. Yeah.
And you're still making, you mentioned earlier you're still making pasta.
I am still making pasta, yes.
Well, speaking of pasta,
Okay.
it makes only total sense that we go into your next pasta, or your pasta dish.
The pasta. That's one of the entrees on the restaurant week. Those are homemade pappardelle. They're egg pasta. Basically, they are cut wide and long. They're topped with our homemade meat sauce, which is made with ground beef and tomato sauce, obviously, topped with basil. And that's just a very simple but very, very good pasta dish that everybody loves. That's probably one of our best sellers here.
This one's your best seller. So this is a signature. This is a classic.
Yes.
Are you doing so? All these dishes are something that if they came in when restaurant week was over, because that's the goal. We want people to come in for restaurant week. We want them to try your food, experience your meal, and say, "Wow, that was a great restaurant. I want to come back." That's always the goal for restaurant week. Are these dishes that they'll find when they come back?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna take a bite of that because
Go right ahead.
you said it. You guys make the noodles here, so.
Yes, we do.
And are you gonna have? You're not eating with us, are you?
I'm sorry?
You're not gonna eat with us, are you? How often do you eat your own food?
Yeah, every day. Actually, every night. That's what I do. I sit out here, have a glass of wine, have dinner. Good? Approved?
Delicious.
Awesome.
Delicious. Okay, so we went through. What was the first dish?
Lasagnette,
Okay, and then.
pappardelle bolognese.
Okay, and then we're gonna go into this third dish
We'll
right
go
here.
to this third one.
Now you prepared for us. It's one appetizer and 3 of your entrees.
All three that are on the menu are
Okay.
available here today.
Okay, perfect. So tell us a little bit about this dish.
Okay, that is the chicken cacciatore. So that is chicken breast. It comes sautéed with onions, peppers, kalamata olives, in a fresh tomatoes, not the sauce, but actually plum tomatoes, sautéed fresh, topped with basil.
Can you break some of that up for us so the viewers can see?
Absolutely. So let me just grab a knife here.
And that's a signature for you guys, right?
Yes, that's also on the menu. So as you can see, we have chicken. The sauce is delicious. Like usually,
What's the sauce?
It's fresh plum tomatoes, chopped tomatoes, sautéed with the mushrooms, roasted peppers, onions, and kalamata olives. So like people dip all their bread by the time they're done.
Oh,
The plate
yeah.
is clean. It's like white. It's really good. You want to try some?
Sure. I mean, I'm here.
Might as well. I will serve it to you. Wait, hold on. I'll give you the smaller piece because you don't have a big enough plate.
Oh man.
Here, try.
Delicious.
Have some of this though with it. There you go.
Guys, here you go. Closer look. And all right, one more time. What was in this again?
Chicken cacciatore, chicken breast, mushrooms, onions, kalamata olives, peppers, and fresh plum tomatoes, all sautéed.
All sautéed, and this is part of your restaurant week menu.
It's also on a regular menu.
And your regular menu, of course. So the best thing, like we always say, one of the awesome things about Restaurant Week is you're not just going. Some restaurants put some new dishes on there, and a lot of restaurants want to do their signature stuff. If you've never been to this restaurant, we're here in the Vanderbilt Shops.
Pavilion.
Pavilion Shops.
Paragon Theater.
Right next to the Paragon Theater, US 41, Vanderbilt Beach Road. Anthony's showing you a little bit of the outside. We want you to come to restaurants you've never been before, try dishes you've never had, and if it's good and if you like it, we want you to come back and experience, the love and attention to detail that these restaurants are putting in their food. I'm gonna give this a bite because you served it to me, and I've ate it every video that I've been on. That's good, but that's my favorite. Without a doubt, that's my favorite. Awesome. So, we are 2 out of 3 of your entrees. What do we have left? So we have your fish,
that's
obviously.
The seafood entree that
Seafood
we
entree.
chose. Piccata is probably one of our best-selling sauces for the fish, especially in the summertime because it's so hot outside that you don't want to eat something
So
too
it's a
heavy.
light fish?
So it's a flounder.
Okay.
It's a white light fish, sautéed in a white wine, butter, lemon, caper sauce.
Lemon. Oh, that's a classic too.
Yeah.
This is a classic Italian dish,
Yes, absolutely.
and you just do it good. You do it well. You do it with love, right?
Yes, we do everything here.
Because your mother was the one that made these recipes.
Yes, everything basically comes from my mom's cooking at home. This is what we grew up with. So you're basically coming to my mom's house for dinner every day.
A much smaller, probably version of your mom's house, probably.
Right?
Yeah, with a little more seats. Well, this is great. We appreciate everything. You know, summer is a tough time for all the restaurants. Are you doing any specials? You were telling me that you're doing some things.
We actually have
Tell us a little bit about your restaurant.
So we have our summer special. It's from Sunday through Thursday. We have 2 entrees, 2 salads, and a bottle of wine for $49.99, which is a great deal. We also have, on Mondays, we have half off all our bottles of wine, and I mean the whole list, half off. And we're coming up with a few more specials, like we're going to be doing buy one, get one free glass of wine. And we also want to do like a give back where we haven't decided exactly what association and what amount, but we will be giving that towards charity 1 day a week. So
Yeah,
whatever
awesome.
we make, like a percentage, we want to give to a charity, a local charity. Something probably that has to do with children, like a children's.
Yeah, we've worked with a few different charities. Before we started our scholarship, we've worked with the Humane Society, because we're big animal fans, Boys and Girls Club, St. Matthew's House. So
I've done already an event for the children of the Children's Network of Southwest Florida,
Awesome.
and I'm pretty sure that we're gonna go with them.
that's awesome.
There's
You can
need
even
out
rotate
there.
out, so
yeah,
they're all
exactly.
great ideas.
But yeah, those more or less are the specials. Well, besides Restaurant Week, after that we'll have more. But right now we only have the 2 I mentioned: the summer special and the half off all bottles.
Yeah, most restaurants, for those that don't know, we always try to do Restaurant Week during the time of the year in which restaurants can use it. So we do our winter edition, which is after Thanksgiving, before Christmas, and this is our winter edition. Or I'm sorry, this is our spring edition. We do it May 31st to June 13th. We're dining with purpose. $1 from every meal sold goes to our Sizzle SWFL Florida FGCU Food and Beverage Scholarship, and it's 71 of the best restaurants in all of Southwest Florida. From Marco Island, we were there yesterday if you were watching any of our videos. We're at Oyster Society, Marco Prime, Da Vinci's, all the way down to Point 57 and La Corte Bistro in Cape Coral, and all the great restaurants here in between. Thank you. We are at Trattoria Abruzzo at the Paragon Shops. No.
The Pavilion.
The Pavilion Shops next to the Paragon Movie Theater. We just tasted and checked out and talked with Miss Paola of Trattoria Abruzzo. We've gone over this beautiful menu. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For allowing us to come in today. Guys, Restaurant Week, May 31st to June 13th. We are on to our next stop, so we're going to be eating all day. We're going to go to Sea Salt, then Barbatella, and then we have 4 restaurants tomorrow. So if you're watching this video, like the video, share the video, and continue eating with us. Thanks so much.